Digital cameras. We now have hi-fi digital cameras and smartphones that allow you to capture in RAW, 40 megapixels, give you manual control, and you can see here you've got multiple lenses to choose from. This particular model, the lenses have been developed by Leica, which was a known high-quality brand of lens manufacturer in the past. It also uses computational photography, so digitally manipulating the image to produce its result. And you can go to DxOMark to get the latest reviews on digital camera phones before you look at purchasing one. Smartphone camera applications for the iPhone are developing and are really great because they allow you, even with a whole range of phones of older models, to capture in RAW format, to manipulate shutter speed, ISO, white balance, and a whole range of other things. Halide is quite handy because it provides a live histogram so that you can see what your exposure is like as you change your lighting scenarios. ProCam's an industry standard now, and manual's very easy to use if you're new to camera phone applications. You also have ones that manipulate the image. RAW is still a manual camera that's very simple and good to use. Hipstamatic provides analog or film techniques when you capture the image. And Focus is a great app to have. This application has been developed to be able to get that sort of large aperture effect of a shallow depth of field. You can also get camera applications that are excellent for the Android, like the FV5 and ProShot, and also a more simple manual camera application. There's editing applications out there as well, so that you don't necessarily need to have a computer to manipulate your images. VSCO and SnapSpeed are also very popular applications available on both platforms, and they give you accessibility to social media. They allow you to manipulate raw images, and they provide a whole range of options that are really fast to use. You can also some good ones that are just available on Android, like Pixlr and LightX. It's definitely worth having a look and investigating these applications, as they're really affordable to everyone. And you can choose the one that sort of suits your style of work. The digital single lens reflex cameras are 12 megapixel, so they're equivalent to 35mm film. But as you can see, mobile phones are starting to take over in terms of megapixel size. A mirrorless camera is a type of camera that works without a reflex mirror. Light passes through the lens directly to the sensor, which then displays your image on the camera's LCD screen, allowing you to adjust settings and preview your image before it's shot. The Sony A1 is a mirrorless camera that captures 50 megapixels and bursts of images at 30 frames per second and records 8K video. Its autofocus system uses machine learning derived from algorithms for detecting human faces and eyes. Mirrorless cameras are quieter and smaller than DSLRs. The Nikon ZFC has increased dynamic range. It has comprehensive video, vlogging and streaming capabilities with its wireless access. Mirrorless cameras are also coming with GPS connectivity to track the location of every photograph automatically. Here we have a Hasselblad medium format digital camera. It captures at 50 megapixel and has very good quality lenses with a good aperture range, but is designed for doing studio shoots. Here is a Phase 1 large format digital camera, back with 100 megapixel capture. And Phase 1 is very well known as one of the best capture software. The photographic also moves into video and moving image. Web cameras every day. We've got our mobile phones recording video. We've got spy cameras, handy cams, where they have an internal hard drive. We have Canon high-definition video cameras. The Canon Mark II 5D is one of the first digital SLRs that really shot excellent video and made the use of aperture control and shutter control popular in films. Here we have the Blackmagic cinema camera, which is a 5K digital camera and an excellent dynamic range. Screen-based or internet-based artists, such as Jeremy Rotzan, is an example of one of his images, and it kind of shows the nature of digital within the structure of the work. Is one of Young Jake's. And he deliberately distort the image, pushing the camera too far. We have Petra Kortright, who uses the internet and video to promote her work. Sally McKay's work. Lorna Mills, Image Dump. It's not about high quality. It's fun. It's about the nature of digital. And it's also starting to incorporate moving image. So there's internet delivery of screen, but there's also screen delivery in terms of installation. Here we have a whole range of more traditional style TVs. Projection's used because of its impact and its entertainment value. And you can see that it's very immersive and contains you in the space. Installation. This piece, The Experience Machine, by The Monthly. You can see the presentation of the work. We've got a lot of space. We've got different sizes. We've got a more dark, lower quality image, higher quality image, a lot lighter. And the way these present it give a separation. We've got two people. They get the viewer engaged with the relationship between these images and also invite the viewer into the space. We now have 3D video as a production method and virtual reality, which is getting incorporated. This is a work by Andrew Rogers, which is a 3D image. Using a process called photogrammetry, where you stitch images together to create a 3D photographic model, the Oddviz Collective made a model of an art hotel in downtown Istanbul. Each room is the result of 100 to 150 combined images. The group find imperfect structures more interesting. To perfectly capture each room would require around 1,000 photos per room. They believe photogrammetry will preserve areas that may no longer exist. AI is the process of machine learning. It is a simulation of human intelligence in a computer. This portrait of Edmund Bellamy by Gann has been created by a computer. Other AI features are facial recognition and environmental recognition. This is evident in our smartphone camera modes, such as portrait. Zoom and enhance is also an AI process, where it can turn a pixelated image into a recognizable photograph. Digital inkjet printing is of archival quality, and there's a range of sizes of printing depending on output and use. The quality is not determined by the size of the printer, but more to do with the amount of inks and the type of ink that the printer can hold. Transparency is another output medium for photographic images. Jeff Wall's light boxes were printed on transparencies, which he then illuminated.